Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Under Night Yappers podcast. Hello. How's it going? Test, audio check. My name's Turnip. It's good to see you guys. You guys want to introduce yourself? Just do like a little intro. I'm pretty sure everyone on the live stream knows this, but you know, this will be on YouTube later, so you guys want to start?
I am Friend. I play the really bullshit character Londrakia, and I won a few events in the Uni 2 BL server. So now people think that I'm funny, and because of that, I'm here to come fucking give really inflammatory opinions about the game.
Hell yeah.
I guess I'll do my introduction. I'll keep it professional. I'm Nil. I play Wagner. I guess I play this game, if that counts. I mean, yeah, I do.
I guess.
I like Under Night. I mean, I like the game. I will, leave it at that.
If you like the game, you wouldn't play Wagner.
Ooh.
If I
starting off strong.
I won't. I'll wait till we actually, get to the topics.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm Turnup. I'm one of the mods for Uni 2 Beginner Lobbies. This is sort of like the unofficial podcast for Beginner Lobbies server. It'll probably be uploaded to the YouTube channel for them, but I don't know. I didn't want to go with like the Uni 2 BL podcast just because, like, one, I think calling it Under Night Yappers is funnier.
Yeah, we just wanted an excuse to hang out, really.
Yeah, we really just want to have an excuse to hang out and kind of, talk about the game. And just talk about stuff,
I want to remember all my bad takes. I want all my bad takes to be recorded, so like 4 months from now, I can be like, damn, dude, what the fuck was I on?
Yeah, I think we all need that. I mean, I've looked at some of my clips from like 5 years ago, and I was like, oof.
Yeah, I've looked at some of the arguments I've made in chat, like maybe earlier today, even with Saturn. I just be yapping. I be yapping.
I mean, I
just play the game.
Like, no, you don't. You abuse the game, dude.
Playing Strike Throw?
All right, whatever.
I'm playing Strike Throw.
I have thoughts.
I mean, I think we're all here because we have some stuff to talk about regarding the game. We have some takes.
Beef.
Wait, we do?
We have beef.
I got Wagner. I got beef with Wagner. I absolutely have beef with Wagner. We'll get to it. What the fuck is the first topic? Because like I want to get to the Wagner beef eventually.
Okay, so I mean, like, first thing I was just gonna do is like introductions, which we kind of already did. So I mean, basically, past like introductions, I wanted to talk about just like Uni 2, like Under Night Ember 2, kind of short state of the game, like rough overview, like what do we think, like now that we're almost a year into the game's life cycle, like I know we had a lot of issues with the game when it launched.
Well, dude, I will say to this day, people would be like, "Oh, Uni, isn't that the game with like the really like bad online that doesn't work?" It's fine. It hasn't been bad since like day dot, and that one time they did a micro patch that broke everything. But like, I don't know. Like, I think this is perfectly played. I never really run into issues. Like, if I run into issues, it's like typical fighting game online experience issues.
Yeah, we've come a long way since that launch week.
But that it sucks though, because I think so many people are turned off by the game because they're just like, "Oh, I hear it literally doesn't work," and like it's been like almost a year away from that.
Stuck with it,
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when the game kind of first came out, and I was trying to convince some friends, like, "Yo, Uni 2, it has rollback. Play the game." And it was like it was going to be their first Under Night, and just trying to still convince them to play the game after
the launch,
after the unfortunate launch, and it didn't go too well. But I guess that's why I'm here now. But
Yeah, you ran out of
Regardless, I think-
friends. You literally ran out of friends to play with, so you're like,
No,
oh, who can I
no.
fucking beat on? Let me beat on some beginners real fast.
I mean, I could talk about how I got into the server, but
Actually, yeah,
I don't
go
know
off,
if
go
that's
off.
the topic. But
I mean,
it
is now.
Yeah, okay. It was from like I was playing one of the homies that's a Twitch streamer, and then I ran into Life because he also joined the lobby, and I was running the phone on Gauntlet back when I didn't know how to block. And so
This is before you knew how to meaty. Holy shit.
Yeah, actually, and I was just like kind of like, how do I say this in a nice way? I was kind of just like a brain dead masher.
Yeah,
I still kind of am sometimes, but
that was me when I started. For sure,
it's like 90% of the people we play with.
Yeah. Well, beginner server, you know, you got to teach people.
Hey, wait, no. This is not a call out at the beginners. This is a call out at the homies. Absolutely. This is not a call out at the beginners. This is a call out at specifically modern day Nil. I don't give a fuck. He hasn't changed at all.
Okay. Anywho, so Life ended up inviting me to the server, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll play. I'll enter the bracket. Like originally, like the first bracket that I entered, I wasn't going to because I was like, I don't know if like I should because I'm not really a tournament player. I kind of just like to grind Undernight, but I still at the end of the day wanted to get better. And I entered on a whim, and now I'm here because apparently I won the next monthly.
Apparently. Man literally wins 2 events back to back and then also competes in more brawls than anybody else. And it's just like, yeah, I play the game sometimes.
Yeah, it's only a little bit. I mean,
it's the OS.
That's the downplay
Uni OS.
Just downplay yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's truly a skill, yeah.
You know? But yeah, I just wanted to talk about like, you know, I feel like we got like general thoughts on the game like so far. I mean, obviously like we're still waiting on like a big like character ad in like Ogre. And I know a lot of people are excited for like that.
I could play on this patch forever.
Couldn't care less. The Nil.
I disagree. I disagree.
I could literally play on this patch forever. I am terrified. Dude, it's an Arxis game. You really think the next patch is going to make the game better?
It's a French spread game.
Okay, it's a French spread game. You remember the last patch where they buffed everybody?
That's fine. Honestly,
it's not.
I feel like the game is like one like patch away. I know that's kind of like the meme with every fighting game. It's like, oh, this game is one patch away from greatness.
Good patch away, but that's not what we're gonna get. We're gonna get Ogre, and they're gonna be like, maybe Aurier deserves something really fucked up. You know, they're gonna be like, maybe Phonon should be top 1, and I'm just gonna fucking cry. No, but I'm serious. Like, you know, they're gonna do some fucked up shit like this. That'd be actually really funny.
But no, I feel like we're at a pretty good spot with this patch. Like, the last patch, like a lot of the fixes they put in were like legitimately good.
Yeah,
like,
no, last patch sucked ass.
The online issues as far as like balance goes, like they tuned down IW.
You remember just like accidentally 2-touching people? You would literally, dude, if they were grid broken, you'd be like, oh shit, I accidentally killed them with IW. It was very literally like,
it was actually
that was my
insane.
strat. My strat last patch was just like, if I win round start and put them in the corner and don't spend meter, if they block my meaty, I just fucking block string into 2-2C, and I play lawn, so this is broken. I would block string into 2-2C, make plus frames, make them take another mix, and if they did get hit by the meaty, they were dead. They were literally just dead because of IW. What's up?
That happens now.
No, it's not as bad now. Now it's like
it's not as bad, but
it's like a real 3-touch game at this point. I think, you know, like
even I feel like you rarely see people get 2-touch nowadays.
Like you'll see maybe 2-touch plus
maybe
grab.
Happens, but like there's a lot
you 2-touch plus grab for sure.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
But that's like still a crazy round usually. That's like a rarity where like if you go back and watch Evo top 8, half the rounds were 2-touches.
Yeah.
It was bad, dude. It was bad. Lond was fucked
also
up.
3D has a lot more weight in this patch for some reason. I don't know if people just got better at using 3D or like getting out of corner situations, but
you play with Rush too much because that motherfucker just presses 3D in every situation.
I don't play with Rush that often.
And then
shoutouts to Rush
still. That's still too much. Then bless his heart.
I hope
Do
he's
you think they
watching.
should buff 3D?
No, I think they should take it
No?
out of the game. I think it's such a dumb mechanic.
Well,
I think 3D
It's
is
not- it's
actually
not going
fine
away.
just how it is.
Nah, sadly, I think it's necessary. I think since they got rid of
I think it
180,
makes people think about their corner pressure.
Well, I think you need it in the game right now because, like, imagine like Carmine if like you couldn't 3D sometimes, right? Well, as soon as like they got rid of 180, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I think you do kind of not to say like 3D fucking fixes the matchup or anything, but I think like the fact that it exists, like, helps you in the matchup a little bit. It's something they have to like OS around or think about or play around. But like, yeah, I mean, I think it's like a silly, stupid mechanic because like I have to perpetually always like think about it. But like, I don't know. The game is interesting without 180. I will say that like it's at least interesting to have like taken out this thing that warped the way we ran pressure. Because pressure's so different in this game. I say that as somebody who really only played Uni 2. I played like the tiniest bit of ST. But
Yeah, so like give a little bit of context. Like I started technically with ST, played like maybe 5 hours. It was not enough to like really like get it. I was just like, oh, this game looks fun. Played it once.
I thought the game
never
looked
played it
cool
again.
at Evo. I thought the game looked cool at Evo, so me and a friend played it, and then I tried playing online, and online was dead. So then I went on Discord and tried playing in like Discord lobbies, and whenever I would like rotate in, everybody would just switch to phone on against me, and I quit the game. And I literally quit the game. I have like nightmares about just being like, "Oh, it's my turn," and they would switch from their main to phone on, and then just whip me. And
yeah,
dude, and then I just stopped playing. I stopped playing. Fuck that game, dude.
But to like keep going, like when Clear came out, I got Clear because I was like, oh, this actually like it legit looked like a better game than ST in like pretty much every way I could see it. Like the Salon character looks
Yeah,
pretty
you're right. I was gonna say
interesting.
they added Londrakia, so it's a cooler game. No, wait, that was top tier in that game. Never mind.
But
That
I
game
was still
still was
like-
ass.
I switched from being like, I'll just pick it up once and never touch it again to like, oh, I started like consuming Uni content on YouTube, like understanding like, oh, like grid is cool.
The grid system is like the coolest system in all fighting games ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's what makes Uni, right? I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Like, we play this game because grid exists.
No, because the Lond exists.
Well,
like
actually,
the characters are like a huge draw too, but like
yeah, the fucking the edgy Kingdom Hearts.
you stick
OC
around for
character
like
of the game.
how deep
like,
it is.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna ask, like, why did you guys pick the characters that you play?
So it's
cool.
interesting.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, what I was going to talk about with Clear was like I would play it every now and then, but like it was like playing on break at work with like a coworker. Like I worked at a call center at a time, so we would like just play between calls, right? He'd play Enkidu. God bless his heart.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That sucks.
I would fail to lab Carmine combos and played a little bit of Akatsuki when I got sick of trying to make Carmine work. And yeah, flash forward to Uni 2. Like, it's like, oh, this game actually has rollback now. It's playable online. And like, I feel like that was like the huge draw for Uni 2, right? Is like, okay, we can finally play this game online. We don't have to
100%.
just like sit and suffer.
That's literally why I didn't play Clear. I bought Clear, Lab Londrakia for like a week, and then played with my roommate a tiny bit, and almost never touched it again. Like, it's just it came out during COVID, so you couldn't go to locals, and the online sucked. So it was very one and done for me. What about you, Nil?
I played a little bit of ST, learned the Wagner 15-second gapless, thought I was quote
Thought
nice.
I was nice. Yeah, I thought I was nice. There you go.
Played some homies. They thought Charge FF was unblockable. And then I played ranked once. never again. And then Uniclear came out, and then I didn't touch the game. But I did get the deluxe edition because I wanted to support Kamane.
Wait, I know because you mailed me the fucking the fucking keychain, which was the sweetest thing of all time. When he nailed me some fucking like stuff for my fight stick, he included like the fucking pre-order Uniclear Lundrakia like little keychain that came with it.
Oh my god, that's so fucking
cool.
It
blew my mind.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, he's a little sweetheart, this one.
Play Wagner.
Oh, fuck this guy, never mind.
Let's go.
Well, you guys are like the tsundere like character relationship, you know, like Baka.
Oh god.
You know.
No, we're just homies. This is my dog.
I'll only admit this once.
All Lons and Wagners pretend to hate each other, but they secretly
I will
love
say
each
that's
other.
like, honestly, that is my favorite part about the fact that we play so much together, is that we're just doing the lore matchup. I think that's one of the things that makes it more tolerable for me, is that I get to know that we're doing the lore matchup.
Yeah. I want to go into some like negatives. Like let's get a little negative on here, because we've been talking positives about Uni too.
I know, but Nil had such a good topic. Like the why do you pick the character?
Okay, yeah, I don't want to gloss over that. Yeah.
No, because I thought that was such a cool one. You can go first. Why do you fucking play Kuon?
I mean, I'll be honest, I saw the trailers for Uni 2 and I was just like, oh fuck yeah, this character looks sick. He has like beams. I love beams. I'm a Peach player from Melee, and I played a bit of
Float. Yeah, you literally saw Float.
BBFC.
That's so fucking
I saw Float, and I was like, okay, this is my character. He has beams. He has sick disjoints on a lot of his normals. He has pinwheels. That's
so like real.
I mentioned I played Carmine a little bit in Clear. Pinwheels are definitely like my vibe. So
this is
that's
so
kind
real.
of how I picked Kuon.
I'm just thinking like now, like Londrakia do be kind of Marth, and I played like Melee Marth for like a decade.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like he got the same fucking little haircut. Fucking plays at a range.
Oh, yeah.
Like imagine 5Bs is fucking fair, right?
What if he had a fireball?
No.
Yeah,
and also like a blizzard, full screen blizzard.
No, it's Ice Marth. It's Ice Marth. It's Ice Marth, okay? You know, if Roy is Fire Marth...
You do be ice skating.
It's true, dude. And
you've ever watched Melee Marth move?
Marth ice skates, dude. Back and forth. Yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah, that's true. All right, Neil, you want to say why you play your stupid little blonde white lady?
Why I play Wagner? You know, let me think about this.
No.
I like Wagner. No, but I guess when I first started playing the game, I played like 3 different characters. Actually, it's 2. It was Byakuya and Nanase.
You love Byakuya for like no reason. Wait, you also start with Nanase? That's so funny, dude. Yeah, when I played ST, I played Nanase Wagner because I was just like, who are the 2 easiest characters in the game?
Yeah, that's a little bit. I don't like. I know it's gonna sound like a meme, but I'm not like a crazy labber. I just want to learn like the essential things. And
that is a meme because this motherfucker labs every situation.
Well, I want to have the answer. That's just like
literally what a labber is, bro.
That's a requirement. If you want to,
you just got an inquisitive fucking nature. That's what a labber is.
Oh no, surely not. But to answer the question though,
I just turned on your volume a little bit, friend, and it showed up on the overlay because you started talking into your mic again.
I had to make a point.
That's fair.
This is literally your topic. How do you not know why you play
Wagner? No. Like the answer is like when you like play Wagner, it's just like, yo, this character's kind of belligerent, but like, how do I say this? When you play Wagner, like you can
like,
choose to be like,
this is fucking
brain off Wagner player, or you can be like, yo, I know my buttons are nasty. I know my strike throw is nasty, but if I just like play better, I can literally just make you not play the game. Regardless of like Oki. You lost because you didn't get like Oki till you die, you got strike throw until you die.
I know, I kind of like strike throw. Like part of why I play. It's like part of why I like Lond. If I lose, I'm always like it's never like the matchup was just unwinnable or something like that. I'm like, I could have played better. Like I just could have played better.
Yeah. No. I find it very interesting talking about like why people play the characters they do.
I mean, my answer is not good. My answer is just like I think he's cool. I just literally think he looks cool and is cool. I love my little knight characters, you know? He's just like a little dorky knight that's like they kicked me out of the girl group, so now now I'm a dork. And I'm like, that's my dog, dude. I love this man.
There's probably some sort of dark, like, alternate universe where, like, Kuon didn't come out with the game, and I'd probably still be playing, like, Carmine or Akatsuki or...
Then you play Enki. You play Enki.
Maybe I would be Dark Turn Up and, like, just switch to Byakuya and be like, all right,
you would play Enki. 100%. You're lying, and you would play Enkidu. You talk about Enkidu more than you talk about Kuon.
Yeah, that's kind of
true.
Yeah. You're like, I can't wait to play
that.
Enkidu at the clear setup.
I'll hold that. Enkidu is gonna be my clear main though. I'm gonna get my Enkidu nice. For the locals with the cabinets.
You were gonna Jesus. You remember the topic you were saying before I was like, let's do Neil's topic, because I forget.
Oh,
negatives.
I mean, like, yeah, so Uni 2, like, right now, the state of Uni 2, like, we've talked about, like, a lot of positives of, like, Uni 2 coming out. And I don't want to, like, stay too long on the negatives, because, like, you know, that's... well, it's more just, like, what are the things that we want to see in, like next patch, like, Ogre comes out, Dream scenario, like, all this stuff gets added or fixed, or, like, balance update, like, what are we thinking?
Damage is still too high. The damage is still way too high in this game. Like, I don't know. I just think the damage on, like, every character's routing could still just be knocked down, and it would just be a better game. I think also, like, I wish spending 100 felt a little bit better. When they nerfed, like, IW, they also nerfed spending 100. And I thought that was, like, kind of unnecessary. I think you should want to spend 100. It just, like, feels better for meter economy. But mostly I just, like, wish the routing damage was going down a little bit. The fact that you still can be two-touched, I don't love. Like, I don't really want a game where I am getting two-touched. I would much rather have a game where, like, we are going through more interactions.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic, like the damage, because I feel like there's a few specific characters we're talking about when we talk about, like, you know, they do too much damage.
Oh, isn't it crazy that Wagner just has, like, a meterless 4.3? Like, that's just kind of crazy to me.
DP punish.
What do you could just set that?
What's a DP punish?
I don't give a fuck, dude. My DP punish ain't do that much.
Yeah, I think
DP punish is like fucking
to, like,
3.87.
think about, like, okay, how much is Vorpal adding? How much is, like, a counter hit adding?
Like, that's adding nothing. No. The 4.3 is without Vorpal.
Yep.
And, like, no punish or counter hit.
No punish or counter hit.
It's counter. No, it's counter hit. It's counter.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's counter hit. But the counter hit isn't adding damage. It just lets you.
Though.
I don't think it'd be doable because counter hit doesn't add damage in this game. It just adds proration, or it allows you to
or hit stun.
Basically. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Uni 2 beginner lobby. We're trying our best to
talk about the game.
Yeah, I know, me too. I'm like, I don't know what's the term.
I'm probably the worst player at this game in this. In this discussion,
universe,
which is like, you know, it's good. Universe. Let's relax.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm intermediate Dan. Like,
let's go. That almost made me want to get into climax.
That perspective.
With how fucked you got at climax,
dude.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll go into climax.
Yeah.
We'll
get there. Because like you got fucked.
I guess to chime in on the negatives. Memes aside, I think the reason the game's damage is so high is just because of the amount of meter that you get. Like,
I hate
the meter refund is like insane. Like, you can be like, yeah, I'm like up 200.
The meter
like,
refund, I do think, may need to be like looked at because
it's insane.
No, you're right. You always have 100 in this game. Like, you always have 100.
It feels pretty. I don't want to say busted, fun. But like, just so many characters like get to invalidate so many situations just by having meter.
Yep. Well, no, like Byakuya gets to website off every fucking hit.
It would make the game more interesting, in my opinion, if like there were more opportunities for like having to change your play style to like, oh, this person doesn't have meter. Like, we can actually like interact in different ways, or that's something I'm working on myself. Where it's like I need to be more aware of how much meter my opponent has, and be like, okay, like I need to recognize they have meter. They can punish me just floating in the air for no reason.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Just because it's like, even with like characters like Lond, Wagner, like you can just do like
keep my poison
I
out
have
your
to see it.
fucking mouth.
Okay, it's fine,
No,
fine.
you're right. You're right. No,
Lond,
Lon
Wagner,
does generate
Hyde,
meter. Lon generates
Carmine,
meter probably more than any other character in this game. It's
like
disgusting. I can get like 1.3 off certain routes.
it's because it's like you generate so much meter. It's just like I'm fine with just like sending it like and losing 100 because I know like I hit you maybe like once or twice, or I'm just block you out and I get like cycle, and then I just CS and I'm back to 200. And I'm just like, okay, and just
it feels
keep
weird
gambling
that
until I pick up
block
you.
just generic blocking gives you so much meter.
I think that's fine.
I think that's fine as well.
It
rewards being patient. It rewards being patient.
I think it should still like reward grid, but
I just
like,
think routing should give you less. I think routing should give you less damage, and routes should also give you less meter. Like I said, I think like people just generate
combos are fine with how much they make. Like, I feel like most of the time I see a combo, like a full combo,
you're building a bar. You should.
It makes like builds a bar, yeah.
But no, I'm saying one combo shouldn't build a bar. It should maybe build
but like you
just
block
under
like
a bar
3 moves
max.
and you get a bar.
I don't see, here's the thing. Yours is an exaggeration. Mine is literal. Mine is very literal. Like you hit a combo in this game and you're building a bar. Like you can end in your meter option.
Maybe
but
the
like,
kids are right.
I don't know. Well, dude, like literally some lawn combos give me like 1.2. Like I think like highest is like 1.3. And like that's fucked up. That's fucking evil. Like I don't know. I'm like literally touching 200 accidentally.
I will say, like, outside of like in-game like system stuff and like balance things, one thing I would there's a few things I'd personally like to see, and we saw like the Uni 2 like official survey come out. Recommend anyone who hasn't filled it out go check it out, because basically just the devs asking for feedback on the state of the game. But some things I'd really like to see are like improvements to online functionality. So we have rollback, which is like the big one, but like I'd like to see changes to like how lobbies work. Be able to have like multiple people, like let's say we get like 4 people in a lobby, like have them be able to run simultaneous sets, like sit down at setups, kind of like,
yeah,
you know, like what we'd expect from like a modern fighting game lobby system.
We'll never get this.
Better like indications of connection issues. So like should be able to sit down at a setup with someone in a lobby and have like a Wi-Fi indicator. Because
this is all the dream. I have no faith that it'll ever happen, because French Fred will be like, well, we only have like 4 employees. You know,
there's and in addition to a Wi-Fi indicator, there should just be like a little warning saying like, hey, we detect you're playing on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not good.
Oh no, what will Saturn do?
I mean, like, you can keep playing on it if you want to, but like, it's even with rollback, it's not good.
Who wants to?
A lot of people still don't understand it.
But I mean, some people can't though. Which is
I don't want to get too far into the weeds on that issue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some people literally like they can't do anything about it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and I understand.
That doesn't mean I want to fucking play with them though.
Yeah,
I feel, dude. I feel sympathy. I feel for you. That doesn't mean I want to play with you. It just means I feel for you.
Well, it's more like
we'll take all the players we can get.
It's more like you'd like to play with them, but the fact that they're on Wi-Fi makes it not appealing.
Yeah, that's a nicer way of saying it. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get salty often. I don't.
That's just not true.
I said often.
Yeah, and I said that's just not true.
What? Surely,
keep going.
But when Wi-Fi happens, I understand. But when it's like you're about to just hit like, you know, the game-winning combo or something, or there's an interaction where it's just like, I need to be on top of like whether or not this is an overhead or low, and there's already a lot going on the screen, and then you just teleport into getting hit, and you're just like,
oh yeah, or like when Wagner does 6C, or when Wagner does FF, or when Wagner does JA.
What are we talking about Wi-Fi?
Yeah. You know how fun it is to deal with Wagners that are on Wi-Fi?
No.
I'm not talking about you. I play other Wagners.
No, I speak for all Wagners. I don't.
I thought you two were like mutually exclusive or something. Anyway.
Yeah, every time he plays another LAN, I'm just over here fucking gritting my teeth.
Molding. Just see
But I
that.
will say, if you lose to other LANs though, that shit pisses me off. That shit pisses me the fuck off.
Okay, then who? Like, which LANs can I lose to?
Well, now you're asking me to be toxic.
No, I mean I'm talking about top players.
Defi. You can lose to Defi and Rakir. Anybody else, we're fucking throwing hands.
Even I'm not gonna name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This gets really toxic really fast, so I wouldn't do this.
No. I have respect for the LAN players.
No, you don't. You literally messaged me earlier being like, now when you look at other LAN players, you're like, wow, their routing sucks. And I was like,
that's a microcosm of you.
I know.
I'm just sitting in calls, just listening to you just like look at routing because you're
I just
the
see
routing guy.
Yeah, I see a Laundrapia do like 2B pickup, 214 BA, and I'm just like, oh, you fucking just lab a little bit, a tiny bit, please.
But yeah, like that's kind of the stuff I was thinking of, that like I would love to see that kind of stuff in like in a patch in the future. Doesn't have to be this next one. I would love it if it was. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what would you like to see in the pipeline?
Better color options.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, straight up,
more customization would be nice.
Well, just not having shit attached to each other would be a beautiful thing. It'll never happen. I'm sure it's some weird coding thing. But like, I wish like if I wanted to change the color of like my character's boots, it didn't change his like skin tone and eye color as well.
Yeah. I'm kind of in agreement, like kind of switch up how exactly the color palettes work, so that you can like color specific parts of the character.
Yeah, like I said, it'll
just
never
like
happen.
generic, like, oh, this colors this stuff.
Remove yellow effects. Remove yellow effects.
So this is actually something I wanted to talk about because I just
the yellow effects? The piss?
Not yellow effects specifically, but so I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but there was something linked by Adea, I believe. It was a mod to like reduce the
yeah.
I had thoughts on that.
Smash effects.
I have competitive integrity thoughts on that shit.
So I would like to see that at least like looked at.
Oh,
I don't think it's like a huge deal, but like, you know, if you could like, if there was some like official way to like maybe go into the options settings and just enable that. The only, like, I'll be real, I would install that, but I don't want to like affect the integrity of like the tournaments we run.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason I don't mod anything, because
no, I'm right there with you.
Like the general concept of it, I like it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you go back and watch Uniclear, the slash effects are even louder. Like the slash effects are very reduced in this game compared to Uniclear. It's like it hurts my fucking head to watch Uniclear now. But Uni 2 is still pretty bad. Like, I don't know, but you can't really reduce that because like visual clutter is a part of the game. But I do wish on like the game design.
It's like, you know, you get put into a Thanatos and like you can barely see the
I know, but that's how they're balancing it. They're like they want it to be visually confusing. So like I would wish that they would reduce some of the visual.
I don't think making stuff visually cluttered is like should be seen as a balanced thing.
Design. Yeah, I agree. Which is why I wish from a game design perspective that they would reduce visual noise. But it's like the same thing. Let's say like in League of Legends, like if something has like a green effect and it looks like the grass, like that's meant to be visually confusing and annoying. I hate design like that, but it's still part of the balance of the game. So like, yeah, when Carmine puts you in pinwheel and bomb and all that shit and you can't tell what the fuck's going on, sadly, that's just part of how evil he is, right? That's just part of how frustrating he is to play against. If they made it more clear to deal with these situations, they would be easier to handle. That's what I mean by it's like a balanced perspective. But I do hope that at some point they do kind of make it easier to parse these situations because I fucking hate that shit.
Well, I think it would be nice just to like, I don't know, at least have some sort of if not like a unilateral change, like at least an option.
I think it has to be unilateral because then it would just be like you would be like inting yourself if you didn't use it.
I think of like World of Warcraft raids. So I've like raided in Classic and Retail WoW. Classic raids, you may have like one puddle on the ground, and like it's very obvious, like, oh, don't stand in that. Retail raids, it's like you're playing like Gladius or something. Like you're just like avoiding a constant like barrage of stuff, and you don't know what half of these things are.
But just like, oh, there's like optimal settings.
What stuff do I stand in? What stuff am I not supposed to stand in? Like it's it like lags your computer if like it's that bad. Like we're kind of seeing that now too. Like
I guess
some people get like super like you can like we see it in our events, like if there's a lot of particle effects on screen, some people's computers just chug. Right. And that's not like necessarily an issue with the game, but like yeah, it's just I don't know, something I hope they look into.
Yeah, I hope they just unilaterally like just completely reduce some of the like the particle effects and noise in this game. Because like I said, if it was just a setting, then like it's literally competitively better to always have that turned off. It just makes the game easier, right? And like I said, it was the same thing in WoW, like in Mythic Plus, like you could like reduce like grass settings, so you could better see puddles and like don't stand in this shit, right?
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and link the survey in chat for anyone watching. It's a Twitter post. I know Twitter sucks, but that's how they shared it. It's a very quick Google form. Computers. Yeah, it's. I didn't expect anyone would have an issue running this game, but like, I guess if you don't have a graphics card or something,
if you just don't have a single graphics card in your computer,
yeah, I guess those people, that subset of gamers still exists. Crazy to think about, but anyway, go fill out the survey if you get a chance. At the very least, you can vote for. Yeah, at the very least, you can vote for what characters should be in the game in future patches. So,
add Zohar.
No.
What the fuck? Why?
No.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, like, who did you guys vote for?
Like an Undernight?
Yeah. I'm assuming.
Oh my god, did you say liking Undernight? That was so funny. Holy shit, dude. That was crazy.
But I voted for Tsukiyomi, Strix, and I forget who the third one was. I wanted it to be Sylvaria, but I don't remember.
Dude, I've wanted Zohar in this game for like a decade.
I'm fine if she's not in the game.
Something worth noting: Joker isn't on. Is he on the list?
I thought I heard he's like not on the list or something.
Yeah, he's not on the list as like who do you want to see as a playable character. So I'm assuming they're already working on him because he's just like such a unique design.
Oh, I didn't even think about it that way. Fuck, I was like, he's never getting added.
I talked about this before when the survey dropped in the server chat. Shameless plug for Uni2BL if you aren't in there. We talk about the game sometimes.
Sparingly.
But yeah, Joker isn't on that list. I'm assuming he's gonna be at least like he's at least being worked on. But no, the characters I voted for Roger. Is I think like let me finish. Let me finish. Roger would be sick. I know some people watching this are going to be like, who the hell is Roger? He's basically friends with like Gordeau and Chaos and Hilda, but he got like turned into a void and got killed by Gordeau. I think it would be sick to see him come back as like part void and just like, you know, there's so many ways they could go with that character. I voted for Zohar.
Let's go.
Yeah, I actually do like the design quite a bit. I think she'd be interesting.
Arc. You just want to see Arc in this game.
Yeah, and I didn't know who to choose for my third one, so I picked Hollow God.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't realize you could pick 3. I picked 1.
Yeah, you could pick 3.
I didn't realize.
It's max 3.
That I picked 1. I picked Zohar. My bad. Wait, but Roger
Who'd you
can't
pick,
get
Neil?
added. No, he's dead, and his name is the Survivor.
It's anime,
That's
dude.
so funny. But that's so funny that his name is the Survivor and his status is just dead.
I do agree that it's funny, but I'd still like to see him come back.
Like, it's funny enough where that meme has left the uni sphere, and I've seen other people laugh at that joke. Like, that's crazy. Like,
I haven't even heard that joke until I got into uni.
Oh, I saw the screenshot, like, of like exactly Roger, the Survivor, status dead, like, on Twitter.
Saturn in chat says Ogre is dead too, but we're still getting him.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's
fuck
true.
Ogre too. I've seen the screenshot.
Is that like a lore thing? Did
Yeah,
he die in the universe?
Technically.
I mean, it's all the cigarettes he smokes, dude. Can't be doing that.
I think, what was it? It was either, I think, was Wagner the one that put him down?
You're
forget
asking the
who.
wrong person. I don't read the visual.
I don't know.
I've played a very limited amount of arcade mode throughout the series. I need to play more.
Played like none.
I
did
just played the
one.
game.
You should play it. It's actually pretty interesting.
But hear me out. What if I just play the game?
But you are playing the game if you play arcade mode.
Yeah, wait, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, I could just lab other characters while playing the story mode or something.
But yeah, it's just like treat it like a training mode. Except like you get little like lore tidbits between matches, like every three matches. Anyways, who did you vote for, Neil? Did we already talk about who you voted for?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he voted for 3, and that's when I was like, wait, you could vote for 3.
Yeah, I mean, I voted for
Who
like
were
the
they
same
again?
character twice. It was Byakuya, not Byakuya. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the sister.
Tsukiyomi,
Strix.
Strix.
Oh, no.
And I forget who the third one was. It was probably Zohar.
Let's
Two-piece friend.
go. I think I already said let's go to that. Exactly. But I wanted
I
the
wanted
game,
to vote
dog.
for Sylvaria.
Think about it this way. If Zohar gets added, I won't play Longed. Isn't that sick?
That's a lie. That is a lie. You'd still
I
play
don't know
Longed.
if I believe that.
No, I've wanted Zohar in the game for a decade.
It'll be like a Uzuki situation where like you'll finally get to play it and you'll be like, nah, this ain't it, Chief.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I hate Izuki. I stand by that shit. I fucking hate Izuki. I don't give a fuck if she's the worst character in the game. I think she's mad annoying.
That's bait.
It's not bait. I think she's
That's
like
bait.
near. I think her and Mika are like the 2 worst. I don't think it's bait. I think it's like common.
No, that's bait.
I've literally heard Foxes say this exactly.
Okay.
I don't think Fox of Bait. Well, not Fox of Bait's people who am I talking about? That's a bad player. What am I
feel like
saying?
I feel like if you make Azuki stronger, then she just gets like crazy.
Evil.
Which I
would
wouldn't mind. Because there's so many crazy characters.
She needs to be bad. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I'm fine where she is.
I'm exactly content with where she is.
I don't really have like much of a horse in this race. I don't know. I'd be fine. Ideally I'd like to see her at least like buffed a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's just like the hater in me, but
no, me too. I'm a hater here, but like I just think that character's so annoying. And if that character was also strong, and I had to, okay, she's bad, and people still play her all the time. Do you realize how many more Azukis you'd have to play against if she was also good?
Yeah, fair. Oh,
hate that one.
Anyways, moving on. I mean, like, I don't know. Is there anything else we want to talk about regarding like state of the game or?
We think. I mean,
like
yeah, damage.
We kind of talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care if they didn't change this, but like ranked is a joke, right? We can both say that. Like ranked is literally a joke in this game. Like the whole like
why
you
do you
don't
say
have
that?
to demote.
Because I'm not like at the same rank
thing.
as you guys.
Oh well, no, it's just like the whole like you can choose to not demote thing. I think is so funny.
Oh yeah, that's kind of dumb.
And the fact that it's automatically turned on, like you have to opt to be like, I want to be
queue
able
in
to
Rocket
like
League and be like, I don't want to demote.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that shit's whack. Oh, also the serious mode in training rooms.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Yeah. I've
okay, yeah, we had to bring that up.
Well, dude, I mean,
yeah.
I gotta get Rush to S, man. He can't.
That's
be
never getting fixed.
Well, I know Rush.
They literally that. It's gonna be a thing.
Over the past like 2 days, Rush has gone from like B4 to like S because we just play in serious training or a serious mode in like a room. I'm boosting Rush. I don't give a fuck. My man's not a new player.
They allow it, so.
But if I would like to, I guess, touch back on the ranked part. I really only play ranked if I don't have people to play. It is useful because like the community is so small, you get like an opportunity to play top players whenever. So that's nice, but other times it feels like either like how to describe it. Aside from like the downplaying meme, I don't think I'm an S like 1+ player because there's like if you play enough games, it's very like easy to just get to the higher ranks just by like grinding away. And I mean that's like the reality of like ranked games, obviously.
Not if they have like demoting. It's just like if you lose, dude, you barely lose anything.
Ranked is like the ultimate grab bag of like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like I queued one day on ranked and just got like the most like this is gonna be mean, but the most brain dead Kaguya players that were like, I'm just gonna do movement all the time and I'm not gonna care about where you are. That was one night of doing ranked. Literal next night, I queued up and got matched up with Janitor.
Oh, well. Wow, 2 brain dead players back to back. That's so unfortunate.
No, after the night before, it was actually like nice. But that's what I mean. Like you don't know what you're gonna get on ranked, which is actually kind of nice.
Like I literally had to increase like the floor of like who I will let challenge me because like it just gets it feels so weird.
I don't have any restrictions in ranked.
I had to increase the floor.
Anyone to like if you're not like trying to specifically avoid like S rank players as like a new player, like just remove all restrictions.
I think once you get to higher, you should add some restriction because like it just feels really silly to like be challenged by like a C or B like player and have them like not like what's it again?
It might be nice though, like the masked man.
Yeah, you don't know if you're gonna get the masked man.
Crazy.
Sure. But to go from that to immediately next match be challenged by Tennyson. And I'm just all right, well, I go from like not warmed up at all because I had to play against like a C+ player to like, Tennyson challenging me, and I lose to Tennyson, and I guess who challenges me next? Tennyson again. You know, I'm just like, oh man, now I'm just getting farmed.
I will say it is like that situation is like nice if you're like really competitive at the game and like trying to like practice for events, because like that is a real situation that happens at events. And not just I
just don't like the bipolar, like from like going from like a D player to like literally like top 48 at like climax or something player. Like I would just rather only play with that top level of player.
No, smile.
I don't have to. If I just open it, as long as I just make my setting like S and higher, like those are the only players that will challenge me.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess we'll move on because. Good suggestions, like for stuff that we'd want to see. What do you guys want to talk about next? I feel like we have to talk about climax.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, y'all want a climax.
I was gonna say we should. Maybe we should like do strike throw though, because like let's just do. If you guys rather do climax, we can just do climax, right?
We can do comfy.
Let's do strike throw. Sit for a bit.
Strike throw is gonna get sweaty.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, how long is this thing gonna fucking be, dog?
Open the curtain.
All right. Climax. All right. Who wants to start the climax combo?
I mean, you can start, friend. I feel like
I got 97. That's all I got to say. Fuck all you.
Oh.
I got 97, and I was super sad because I wanted to do better. But I also this was like my first uni tournament I ever went to, like IRL uni tournament I ever went to, and damn, dude, everyone is correct. Playing uni IRL is like infinitely better than playing online. it like is you can't, I don't know, compare the experiences. Just one, meeting a bunch of people that are also into this fucking like same stupid little small niche game we all play. But also just like competing next to somebody again, which I haven't done in like years now, was so fun. It's just so fun. It's nerve-wracking. It's absolutely nerve-wracking, but it's such a fucking blast. Like the only like downside I had at Climax was that there just wasn't enough fucking setups. There was no setups. There was 0 setups. Like unless you were literally playing in tournament, there was no publicly available setups unless you brought your own.
Yeah, I agree.
I just want to play with everyone.
As this being my first uni tournament, like I share very similar sentiment. Like I didn't really. Obviously, I've played like Clear, like in person before on like a laptop setup, but I didn't really know what to expect from like an actual like tournament for uni, especially like Uni 2. It's a new game, you know. Like I feel like there's been a lot of like propaganda regarding like offline lag, like console lag.
Yeah, which apparently it's like the opposite, because everyone's also like, see me offline where I can react. I'm like, doesn't that mean it's like better? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting at the very least. But overall, just like, I mean, like going outside of like my performance at the event, I had a blast. Obviously it was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Because that's a whole ass story. That's a whole ass fucking story.
Oh yeah, I mean, I may as well get it out of the way. So yeah, I got 0'd. We had a team kill situation that the TOs didn't want to resolve with
which is fucked up.
Me and Swing playing each other round 1. Swing Apples earned the dub. I didn't throw or anything. Like we fought it out, you know, fairly, and just happened to lose. And round 2, I had to play Nephros. It was like the first seed in our pool.
Literally
Apparently he got bodied by someone that was an unknown quantity. And yeah.
I met the guy.
I also came into the event with the mindset like, I don't mind if I get OT'd. Like
wait, I met the guy that beat Nephros. Wait a second. I have something from him.
You do? I'm curious now.
Yeah, he fucking sold me this little Alco charm. Like the guy who ruined my homie's tournament. Fucking yeah, he's from like New York City.
He farmed me in game and then he farmed you out of game. That's actually like okay, respect. See if I can
find his yeah, it was Delvey. He makes like art stuff that he sells, but yeah, no, he beat Nephros and then lost to Nephros. But he was like the sweetest guy. I used the TO tournaments that apparently he played at. I had no idea.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, buy his little charms and stuff. He makes shit. Oh yeah, it also has like normal Alco.
Huh. I didn't.
Yeah, I met him at like 4 a.m. like on the final night of Climax when everyone was drunk.
Okay, that makes sense because I did leave a little bit earlier. But no, like the event was pretty cool. Like I do agree, like they should have, and it felt so like restrictive on setups. They had like, it's weird to complain about because Uni 2 is easily like the most stacked game in terms of setups, but it was also like the most stacked games in terms of entrance. And despite having like the most setups in the venue, it was only like 16.
Yeah,
like day 2, they decided to run a Street Fighter tournament from like 7 o'clock past, and like they converted like 4 of the Uni 2 setups for that. And it's like, bro, why are we running Street Fighter at Climax? Why? But that's, I mean, like, I am at least like thankful that people like brought their own setups. I will say the final day felt super bad, just having only the one side room. Like,
yeah, final day they removed all the setups. Final day they removed like all the setups just to put more chairs in so people could watch top 48. So there was very literally like
they were kicking people out after top 8.
I mean, no, they were. They were at top 8. They were like, it's done.
Yeah.
Nephros round 1 losers
like,
is crazy. That still blows my mind that you have to fight Nephros round 1 of losers. That's just unfair.
Yeah. I mean, like, getting to meet people, the merch was nice. The spectator experience was incredible. Definitely glad I went just for that.
I'm glad I went just so I could start the "No We Don't" chant during the "We Love Yuzu" whatever fucking. Wait, no, did you hear about that?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so during Troc versus 2GB or Red Blade, I don't remember which one it was. The crowd started a like small but like still loud like "We Love Yuzu" chant, like "We love Yuzu," clap, 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 clap. I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm very used to like rivaling chants. So after like 3 "We Love Yuzus," I just scream at the top of my lungs, "No, we don't!" And the entire fucking room started booming with "No, we don't" chants whenever they would do the "We Love Yuzu" chant. And like the "We Love Yuzu" chant had like 10 people. The "No, we don'ts" had like 200. It was I was just like, yeah, dude, fuck Rush. What can I say?
Yeah. No, it was a funny moment, especially knowing that, like, being next to you and knowing that you were the one that started it.
Dude, I'm like DM'd about
chants, that. Like, so, what was it, Shaylee and the Northern Lion chant?
That one was so good. Dude, when Shaylee played during the 11v11, he got up there, the entire crowd started chanting "Northern Lion." I lost my shit. I was like, this is just a bald white man with a beard. You guys are really gonna do him like that? And then I see the way Shaylee types on Discord. I'm like, okay, you can do him like that.
There were a few other chants throughout the weekend that were pretty funny. It was funny because like this was the first time we'd ever met IRL friend. By the end of the weekend, I could definitely like pick out your voice from the crowd.
I've gotten so many messages like on Discord and shit throughout the weekend of people being like, "Is that you fucking screaming during Kaji matches?"
Dude, I was just watching the VOD like last night for top 8, and I was like, "Yep, that's friend."
I literally multiple people messaged me being like, "Is that you?" And then like they would send me screenshots of being like, "Who's that one really loud person screaming Kaji?" And I'm just like, "Fuck, dog,
go, Kaji.
I'm the GOAT." Yeah, I'm like, I'm just the GOAT, dude. I know how to scream really fucking loud. I'm not even screaming. I'm just projecting the fuck out of my voice.
Yeah. Overall, the event was like a good experience. It was worth the trip.
Absolutely.
I thought the side room with like the arcade cabinets and stuff was pretty cool. I didn't get to spend like enough time in there, like as much as I wanted to, but there were a few other side rooms too. Like had some like lesser known games. I'm pretty sure they had like a plus R tournament going on one of the days.
They had the Gundam thing there. I don't know if we're even allowed to.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny though? I will
for the people.
Yeah, I will say if you go to Climax next year, don't stay at the Crown. People will tell you it's across the street. When they say it's across the street, they are saying it's across a fucking highway that you have to run across. It is not just a street. It is a literal double-sided highway that you are running across. Fuck that. I am not doing that shit next year.
Yeah, it's not like a highway in the sense that like people are going 70, but like it's a divided highway. Like you could expect it like, 55. People are obviously going faster because they're crazy, and this is the US. Like let's face it, people are always breaking the speed limit here.
It's true. No, like what I know, we were there, so we have like very colorful like stories and experiences. Like you watched it. Like what was your take on Climax?
Good event, very fun watch. Yes. No, I guess for some context, what got me into Under Night was like I forget which Climax, but it was
the Clear Lamp,
the one that the Clear Lamp
Red
like Red Blade Grand Finals.
Dude, we have like the same like how we got into like
great set.
No, it's like 5 or 6, or no?
I thought it was 3rd. I don't know. Someone.
Well, this is, we're talking about I'm talking about ST.
Yeah, I'm talking about ST.
Dude, ST is like 5 years ago.
Okay.
But
I'm just asking.
No, I'm saying that to Neil. I'm like,
yeah,
no, I'm saying that to Neil, not you. Where I'm just like, dude, you don't remember how old ST was now?
No, it's like,
dude, that shit
yesterday.
Clear came out like right before COVID. COVID was like fucking.
That's like the forgotten era.
You literally were like, I forgot. COVID is just gone from my brain. Like those years have disappeared. ST was just 3 years ago. The PS2 isn't retro.
But I guess with Climax, it kind of solidified the fact that I fucking love Under Night.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Like even just like watching just like top 8, and I'm just like just popping off, just getting legitimately just lightheaded from just watching just I'm just watching Red Blade just shit on people.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Red Blade
watching someone pop off in uni is like the best advertisement for the game. Because you're like, damn, this game is sick.
Oh, you know what?
Like, it makes people want to play it.
No, but I was gonna say, we are all fucking nobodies when it comes to this game, right? I can say that. Like, we're all fucking nobodies. But the scene is just so nice and inviting that, like, I could just be, I don't know, watching Kaji play, like, I don't know, Great Faden or someone, you know? And you know who walks up behind me and just starts a conversation? Red Blade. He just taps me on the shoulder, just like comes up behind me. He's like, "Oh yeah, you see that shit Defi just did?" And I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I can't believe that they did that shit," or blah blah blah. And we just start talking.
He picked you out because he knew you were the loudest voice in the crowd.
Kind of probably. But like, I don't know. It's just people are so damn fucking.
No, it's cool. I got to fucking meet Mosin while I was there and get a picture with him.
Yeah,
we went to fucking Waffle House.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about Waffle House because that was a trip.
I don't know if there's much to say about it other than like, well, we ate Waffle House. You know what? I will say the one thing is like, you wanted to go earlier, like you wanted to get it at a dinner time,
definitely.
And I was like, no, dude, you cannot go to Waffle House at dinner time. You go to Waffle House at 2 a.m. Waffle House is a 2 a.m. place, and we went at like 1 or 2 a.m. And even though we waited like half an hour, it was peak.
Waiting was the play.
It was just like nice to just fucking hang out, have some breakfast food, shoot the shit with you, and swing and just fucking chill. Have a random guy be like, "You guys ever heard of Brawlhalla?" Yeah, that happened.
We had to take our picture in front of the Waffle House. He was like, "So what are you guys here for?" Friends in his Neko Arc cosplay.
Oh yeah, I was in Neko Arc cosplay when we went to Waffle House.
We're like, we're here for a fighting game tournament for this game called Under Night, and he's like, "Oh, sick! It's like kind of like Brawlhalla."
Yeah,
it's like it's such a funny comparison.
I would just I would assume people would be like Smash Bros or something, but to be like Brawlhalla blew me away.
Yeah, that blew my mind. It's like someone bringing up Brawlhalla in casual conversation.
Random stranger, but everyone was so nice. Everyone was so nice in Georgia.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a trip taking the subway. That was my first time taking the train.
Really? Oh, that's wild to me. I mean, I'm from New York, so that's.
I'm actually kind of lucky on the way. Like once I arrived at the airport, like I kind of knew that I had to take the train, but like I didn't know like how to like track stops and stuff, or like what stop I was supposed to get off at to like take the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally was just like in a crowd at the airport, and I was like, all right, I'm finding me some uni players. I'm finding me some anime people. And like the first group I went up to immediately picked right. I was like, are you guys here for Climax? And they're like, yeah. One of them was like commentator for one of the side games, and they were like, yeah, you can follow us. It's cool. And we had some good conversations. No, overall, like the vibes from Climax, immaculate.
No, I lost to two
not a single negative experience outside of going 0-2.
And me, like I said, I got kicked out. What was my? Okay, so my first match, I lost to an Anase. It was like my first time sitting down and playing on PS5 actually, because we couldn't get any warm up games. I played like literally my 6-6s weren't. I think I opened up my stick after that because my 6-6s weren't coming out. I was just like randomly knocking 6 inputs, and I saw it wasn't working on character select screen after my match either. So that was my first match, and it was to a Nanase.
Oh, you forgot to like rebind, didn't you?
Yeah, something happened. But next was, I think it was
you like rebinded your buttons, but not like the directionals.
Yes, something. But it was a Kuon. I beat an Aurier, a Carmine, and then the sweetest Landrakia player I've ever met. He was such a nice. He like after our set, he was like, "Dude, you have the coolest Lond ever. You go for such cool routes. I could never route like that." I saw the route. He was like gassing up my routing so hard. I'm just like, dude, our games went to last like fucking hit, and I dropped half my combos while you didn't. I'm the fucking dumbass going for optimals in tournament while you're going for safe stuff. I should just be doing what you're fucking doing. Don't like gas up my shit. You're the smart one here. But I guess I shouldn't say that if I won, you know? Oh, and then I lost to the lead. I don't know. Fuck Nanase, bro. Sweet guy, sweet guy. Fuck Nanase, though.
Yeah, we need more Nanases in the server. We need the...
No, oh, yeah, for practice.
We need the matchup experience. I mean, we're going to Climax next year, right?
I'm definitely going. I like... With the emotional moment Shinobi had at the end, like, I'm definitely going. Neil said he's going too, actually.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm blinking twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, good event. Had some flaws, but, you know, hopefully they'll fix it for next time.
Yeah, I would say, like, we talked about the lack of setups. I don't even fucking care. Like, I had literally the time of my fucking life, like, meeting all these people I've spoken to online, getting to talk to these players who've answered so many of my questions online, fucking sitting down just playing with people and making friends. Shout outs to Texas Hammer. He was like the absolute homie. Oh yeah, there was all the Lons I met. Like we did like the Lond cord photo shoot where we all brought our little Power Ranger shit. Just getting to meet everybody.
Did you ever give back the scepter?
Wait. No, he's like, just keep it. Which was at the, you know what, Sparus, if you hear this, I still love it. But at the time, I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this thing? And you know what's funny? TSA gave me a hard time. They opened my fucking suitcase and were like, what the fuck is this thing? And I was like, oh,
I thought you were like smuggling
it's like
drugs.
a children's toy. I'm like, it's like a children's toy. And they're like, why do you have a children's toy? And I was like, a friend gave it to me. But I hung it up on my wall. You can literally see it right there.
Yo.
So Sparus, thank you so much for that shit.
Oh, yeah. I totally missed it until you pointed it out.
Well, my head's kind of blocking it, so like I said, like right there,
Fair.
that little thing.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
All the Lons were awesome. Everyone I met was a fucking homie. If I didn't remember to like fucking shout you out right now, please know it's just because we've been talking for a while. My brain's kind of going mushy almost, but like I absolutely loved everyone I met. Like I said, Delvey, who gave me the fucking charm. Hammer. What was his name? Firestar or something? He's one of the commentators for Uni, actually. We like super drunkenly played a bunch of Lambiakia sets. I whooped him really bad. But he was like the sweetest fucking guy I ever met. And I hope he hears this and calls me an idiot. I don't know. He was just the nicest guy I ever met. Oh, all of the San Diego scene, like all of Swing's friends.
Oh,
we all went out to
the Izakaya. We didn't talk about that. So
yeah.
Yeah, we met Swing at Climax. He went with a bunch of like San Diego folks. And like that was really cool. Like hanging out with them.
Shout out to Jade and Tannison. Even though Jade wasn't there, but still shout out to Jade and Tannison.
Yeah. We went out to dinner one night. It was nice.
Wait, I just shouted out Jade, who wasn't there, Reflective Jade, who wasn't there, and Tannison, who's not even from San Diego, but just is friends with the San Diego people, so was there.
Hey. I'm not from San Diego, and I was hanging out from Michigan. Mm-hmm. It's like as non-San Diego as it gets.
Shouts to Big House.
Yeah. Well, rip Big House.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But yeah. Is there anything else to cover with? I feel like we pretty much. Do we want to talk about like the top 8 at all? Like,
I mean, like it's like a blur to me at this point, just because it's been a little bit. But it was still such a blast. But like, I don't know. I just lost my voice like crazy. All I did was scream for Defi and Kaji. Like I fucking like my life was on the line. Dude.
I will say the grand finals was hype between like Defi and Red Blade.
Well, yeah.
Well, for a no reset, it was one of the most hyped no resets I've ever seen, because like it almost felt like it was reset with how close it was feeling for a minute.
Yeah. Kind of wish Mosin didn't get eliminated immediately out of top 8. That kind of made me a little sad.
But then Red Blade.
Yeah, true. I would have been like so hyped though, Mosin and Defi grand finals. Oh.
Damn. I don't know. I thought the grand finals was pretty hype, just because like Red
Blade's such a legacy player. I can't complain.
I mean, when I was like not starting game, but like tried out the game in ST, I would say Red Blade was my GOAT because I was like playing Wagner and he was like fucking winning everything, always like in grand finals of everything. So it was very literally like seeing my old GOAT versus my new GOAT. Yeah. Oh, Defi also sweetheart. Like I got a picture with Defi and like they were like, "Oh, so you're the fucking dude that got me all my combos. Thanks." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Cruise was so fucking fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I almost had more fun like watching Cruz than watching the top 8.
Like, 11v11 was peak.
Yeah. Do you tell me I need to organize an 11v11 crew battle? I'm just like, man.
Dude, wait, that would actually be... Oh, wait, you know what's so funny? We've actually talked about this before. We talked about doing like half the server versus the other half the server. Not the literal, like anybody who joins, rather. But we talked about
that. It seems like such a headache to organize.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
At least with Climax, like the people had to pay to like go there, so they're most likely going to show up. I know like when the 11-11 was starting, they were like, "Where is Mosin?"
Oh yeah, that was funny. Mosin just like, didn't show up for a while.
Come to the stage.
Oh, and then they were handing out free magic juice. That was fine. That was a great time. I don't know. Everything about Climax and Night is like I've been to a couple of like big fighting game tournaments before. This was the most fun I've ever had, probably at any of them.
It was just like a very diverse group of people at Climax. Like I got to talk with a lot of like melty people. Got to talk with like a lot of people from like the side scenes, like the Guilty Gears, the game that we shall not name.
Yeah.
Just like lesser known games, like stuff that you wouldn't really like think has like an IRL scene. Like they had spots, I'm gonna circle back to this. It makes me so confused why they decided to run a Street Fighter event.
Hey, dude, I got no answer for you. Yeah. I saw Mario was doing pretty well in it though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mario.
I mean, it happened, so you know, what happens. Climax was cool.
Also shout out to Mega Master who drove me to the fucking event. Thank you for doing that. That was awesome.
Shout outs.
And shout out to Swing Apples. Fucking love that guy.
Yeah, shout outs to Swing for going. Hopefully we'll get like a
much worse event without.
Hopefully we'll get a big like Uni 2 beginner lobbies group going next year. I think that would be nice. Get like a huge group photo.
Yeah, instead of just us three.
We'll return to the Waffle House and just like fill up the Waffle House.
Yeah, we just don't even go for Climax. We just go to Waffle House altogether.
I mean, hey. Next time I go, I'm definitely gonna try to promote the server more. I talked about it a little bit. I was
the one. I like introduced you. I was like, oh, this dude fucking basically runs the beginner uni thing.
I don't know if like business cards or like maybe get like a custom QR code on my phone for people to scan to just like join the server or something. I think that would
imagine
be cool.
Just everyone I beat in tournament. I was just like, so and here's the beginner fucking server if you need it, bro.
I actually have a little like funny inside story. Like when I was leaving the venue on the last night, I caught Mosin one last time outside the venue, and I was like, dude, it was so cool to meet you and talk to you. I actually run this community called YouTube Beginner Lobbies.
I thought you were gonna say BL, and he was like, "Boys Love."
I was like, it would be so sick if you joined.
No, please do, please. No, I think Mosin should join.
Yeah,
Mosin would be like the big celebrity.
Well, I mean, also, Neil and Mosin got beef.
We don't have beef. There's no beef. There's no beef.
There's no beef because you beat him.
That was literally only one game. Well. One game.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows ranked means everything.
Sure. I'll take it with me to the bank.
Mm.
But no, I mean, each time I do end up running into Melson, it's kind of just a test on how much I've either learned as a player or just like gotten better at like approaching kind of Undernight. I mean, obviously it's like ranked. We don't know what's going on like behind the curtain. People could just be playing, but it's always like cool to be able to just like play against the player that you like see get like top like 2 at Evo. But yeah.
Yeah. It's a good like measuring mechanism, right? Just being able to play someone that's like consistently placing top 8 at these like big events. Kind of like see like, okay, where exactly do I stack up?
I learned I suck.
I don't get that experience in Undernight, but like, hey, I'm sure it's cool. I did get that experience in other games, so I kind of get how it feels. As far as like other topics, like let me look at our list of topics here.
I mean, there's the tier list talk, but
yeah,
we don't want
like,
this to run for like 4 hours.
No, I was like, we kind of gotta just pick one final. I mean, not to say it has to be one final topic, but I'm like, we've been yapping. We've been yapping.
We've been yapping. Do we want to talk about anything outside of Uni? Like, what's
No, I mean, honestly,
I was gonna
go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna like talk about something outside of Uni, but I'll say this only once, and I'll admit this only once. I hate that I have to say this, but thank you very much, friend, for just helping me in Undernight. And thank you very much, Turnip, for just running such a sick community, because I probably wouldn't be like nearly as good as I am if not for like being here and just grinding
Wagner
away.
player being nice.
What? No, I just said what? No.
Nah, shut up. You're the homie, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Dude,
You don't gotta thank me for shit. It's just a blast. It's a blast to play with you and talk about the game. You know. I mean, you sucked ass when we first started hanging out, but like now you're like goated. You're crazy at the game now.
No, we'll see. I should probably like proper enter things though. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you do well. Be great advertisement for this podcast if you do really well at fucking Aegis or fucking TNS or some shit.
Yeah, we'll see.
You have my full permission to run the Uni2BL sponsor for your tag.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I did use the nil sponsor at Climax.
That's crazy.
What do you mean? You were basically my sponsor. You sent me all the fucking shit for my bite stick.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nil. Fund my flight. Yeah, I don't know. That's I'm happy to at least like, you know, help run stuff. My whole thing with like Uni2BL is like, I've said this like so many times, but I kind of just like started running events for the server on like a whim. I was like, oh, it would be fun to run a tournament for these people. Like a bunch of really cool people in the server at the start, and still is the case. But like it was more like, you know, hey, let's just, you know, try this out. I'm sure people will appreciate like, you know, just like throw together a bracket, dedicate a day to it. Like, why not?
A bracket that I invaded.
Yeah, and then well, here we are now. We're on like ninth monthly tournament. We're running like ladders, running regular brawls. Yeah, it's been a lot, but like I'm happy to still be around, and I'll keep running stuff until people stop entering, whenever that is. Like whenever the game eventually dies off. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed.
No, I mean, dude, people played clear through COVID and after COVID, right? Like this is one of those communities where like they're like fucking cockroaches in a nuclear bomb. They're just gonna survive.
Yeah, that is one thing I learned from Climax is like the Uni and from Uni2BL overall, and just like getting more into the scene is like the people that play this game are very like compassionate about the game, or passionate about the game. which is always a cool thing to see in like a fandom. Is yeah, you don't want it to be like something like Bionicle or something where it's just like a fad and it like.
That was so specific.
I love Bionicle.
Yeah, wait, what? I love Bionicle, dude. I don't know where they
Remember
are
that, like,
at this point in my life, but dude, I fucking love Bionicles. That was so specific.
Shoutouts to Bionicle.
Yeah, what the hell? But dude, you know, there was also a Beyblade. There was also a Beyblade tournament climax.
I want to see it continue to be a thing in the future. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, wait, but super tangent.
I don't want it to just become like a niche fandom. Yeah, there was a Beyblade tournament.
That shit was crazy.
Like, was it X or Burst?
I couldn't tell you. Just somebody was putting on a Beyblade tournament, and they were like, they were also like putting on streams for like like showing us like Japanese streams where they like fucking take it super seriously and stuff.
Oh yeah, they do.
I had no idea. Beyblade ran this deep.
Yeah, there's a scene. There's a meta.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm sure there were like side bets and stuff.
But apparently, a real tournament scene, that's
I'm just saying it's like a niche fandom now. That's all I'm saying. Not that it's like a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like Bakugan.
Stop. Stop. Don't do this to me.
That's probably a good time to get into strike throw. Like,
I was like, dude, I like, okay, how much longer do you think we want to run this?
I mean, like, we could just like talk about like, well, first of all, like, what is strike throw? Like, for anyone tuning in that doesn't understand what the hell we're meaning, what the hell is strike throw?
When you make your opponent guess between, am I gonna punch you or am I gonna grab you?
That's a pretty good explanation.
Yeah. And I will say, when it comes to like new players approaching the game, that's usually something that they put on the back burner, and that's fine to do because there's a lot to tackle when you are learning this game. There's a lot of system mechanics. There's like the grid system. There's learning your difficult combos, dealing with rebeat pressure. Like there's a lot to swallow when you're trying to fucking tackle this game. But usually when people tell me that like they don't usually call it plateauing, but I would call it plateauing. When they are reaching this point where they're like, I just fucking I beat all the people who like I'm better than. Like anybody who's like new to the game or not very good at the game, I always beat them. But whenever I have to play somebody who's better than me, I always lose to them. I lose to them for free. Like I just can't open them up. And then like whenever it's my turn, they steal my turn, and then it's their turn always. And like 90% of the time, it's usually that they're just not making their opponent guess. And without 1 AD, right? Like if you're like me jabbing them, right? Like
what's 1 AD for the people that don't know?
Oh, it's an old OS that existed in, I want to say, all the previous versions of Under Night. And the removal of it really kind of blew wide open the fact that like you have to kind of eat that jab. And that jab could be followed by a throw, or
it's more like you can't just like you can't go. You have to commit to an extent on defense to whatever option you're deciding to do.
Yeah, because you are guessing. That's the thing. Is like when you do your
don't have
like
an option
assault
that's
mix,
just gonna beat everything.
Yeah, when you do your assault mix or your high-low or your cross-up or whatever, your opponent has the ability to react, or like they've seen it like 3 times that match, so they expect it to come in, they can predict. There is something for them to work with. When you press like 5A and they block it, they have no idea if you're going to stagger into another 5A. They have no idea if you're going to then do 4AA. They have no idea if you're going to go straight into a throw with like an out of goal throw happening. So they're basically committing to some sort of stand tech or OS or block, and you can just consistently threaten that pressure of the throw without ever even having the throw. That's the thing. Like at like a mid level, like you really can just assume that like when somebody blocks your jab, that immediately they're fucking spamming that tech, dude. They don't want to get thrown. They're afraid of getting thrown. They're like 1.7. No, not me, dude. Not me.
Well, that's like, yeah, we gave like the basic explanation of what strike throw is, but like, yeah, what we're talking about is like the layer deeper, right? Where it's like, okay, now we're talking about like TRM. Like if someone tries to like tech a throw too early, then like you can abuse that, right? Because they'll be locked out of teching the throw.
Yeah.
Learning how to do that in a match effectively.
Yeah, because like I was gonna say, like you don't even have to TRM them. Like you could also just like
or just test them.
jab them.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
no, I was
you
gonna say like
just
like
test
after
their
they block the
defense,
5A,
see if they mash.
Exactly. Like if you do 4AA and then stagger there, you'll see if they're OSing. You'll see if they're stand teching, or you'll see if they're mashing, or you'll see if they're just sitting there blocking, and you can work with that information. If you do 4AA stagger, like when I say stagger, I mean just wait. Like you get to see what their option is. I don't mean you should literally wait, but I'm saying if you just put a delay there and then do another jab, I mean if you get a counter hit, you know they were OSing or mashing. If you get a soft counter, you know that they were doing a stand tech. And if you just see them there down backing, then you're like, okay, this dude doesn't bite. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna lose the game. You know, like, but largely this all comes out of the threat. Yeah, exactly. Largely this threat all comes out of the fact that like they can never know what you're going to do. So you want to keep it not only random but also based on their reactions, because they're gonna panic and guess something. They're gonna do some OS. They're gonna do some tech option. So just keeping in mind that if you keep track of their options, you can really, really heavily exploit it. Like one of the most consistent ways I beat people is just like on the first knockdown situation, I just do 4AA, then stagger 5A, and I can see exactly what they're trying to do on their defense. And not to say that you shouldn't throw. It's just that if you commit to throw right away, most of the time people are inputting tech like or OS right away because they don't want to get thrown. They're just like, it's scary to take the 1.7 or whatever. But defensively, it's okay to take the throw. You know, like if you want to play around strike throw, like it's okay to just take the 1.7.
We just said like an hour ago that Uni is a 2-touch and throw game. We don't want to take the throw.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Stay down backing after the throw. You know, you don't gotta take the hit, because the thing is, if you take the throw, you're not taking the fucking shimmy that's coming out. You know what I mean? Like if you take the throw, you're not taking the shimmy, then eating like 3.8 into an Oki situation. You're just taking 1.7. So I think it is important.
It's some game theory stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's risk reward. Yeah, get shoot.
What if you're at a good life total, maybe like, let me guess, not any specific number, but like 3,500 health or something, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna take the throw, and then you die.
So
just there's some characters that can do that. I'm not saying who.
Combo throw characters are fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say. No. Well, yeah. If you're at risk of dying, and this is like a personal thing, right? You can very much choose when you want to start taking throw. But man, yeah. Sometimes when you're at low health, or if you're getting to a health threshold where you're starting to worry about dying, it is like you just kind of have to finally make that guess, right? Or at higher health thresholds, you can really just say, "I'm gonna take the 1.7. It's no fucking big deal." But once you're starting to get lower on HP, you really do just have to commit to something, because otherwise you're gonna fucking die. And it sucks because your opponent, if they've been keeping track of what you do, they'll be able to abuse the habits that you've shown them up until that point. I mean, this is how good players just like blow other players open, right?
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I answered the question.
I think there's like that's a good explanation. I think a lot of times when I think of like strike throw and like, okay, how am I going to respond, or like what am I guessing my opponent's going to do when I wake up? Like a lot of what I've been focusing on lately is like getting out of the habit of like just panic, like trying to tech a throw that I think is coming, because it's obviously like easier to respond to something fast if you like have the preconceived notion that it's happening. But what I was gonna say is like, if I'm gonna try to react to like if I think my opponent's gonna throw, why would I not do something like 2-cat is Kuan instead? Because that's gonna reject a throw that comes in instantly anyway, right? So I don't know, that's just stuff I've been thinking about regarding like the like concepts of defense in Uni 2. Like, I think the reason that Uni 2 is such like a cool deep game is that defense is so strong, and like there's so many different like layers to it, right? I don't know. What are your thoughts, Nil?
Just like in strike throw in general, or just like response and defense. Because I
could be
can,
about
like,
strike throw. Like, how do you think about strike throw on defense? Because like I know your defense is pretty. I don't want to say like one thing either way, but it feels strong comparatively
shit,
to like other people I play. I know you probably have some other thoughts, but
I know it's a meme. I keep saying it's a meme, but I am a bit of a stan techer. I'll say it because
if he didn't stand tech, I would kick his ass. I mean, I'm sorry, I would never kick his ass again. Genuinely, if he wasn't like a crazy stand techer, I know. You're getting better at it.
It's because I'm reacting to the dash startup.
Yeah.
And when players know that you're reacting to dash startup, that's when they start hitting you with like,
yeah,
it'll kill you.
That's why like run up assault is so strong against stand techers.
Yeah, or shimmy,
because like they're reacting to the dash,
and
like it's obviously easier to like tech a throw if you're reacting to earlier information rather than like the startup of the throw. Because like, I mean, we were just talking about reaction times earlier, like before the podcast started. Like how many frames is it for like a regular like tech throw tech, like a non-gold throw? I believe it's like 12.
It's either 12 or 13. I don't know. I don't know this game. I just play it.
Yeah, like 12 times like 16.7 milliseconds. Let me just like do some quick. I'm horrible at math, so I actually have to get a calculator up. And
while you do that, I can just kind of give my thoughts on strike throw.
Go for it.
Some people might allegedly say that I have good, dare I say, strike throw, but I guess when I'm approaching kind of offense, the more that I've been playing this game, the less I've been kind of thinking too hard about how the opponent is going to immediately respond or assume that they're going to read me in every situation. The game in itself is, when you are in a pressure situation, especially against characters like Wagner, like you're still guessing regardless of like how like good your defense is, because of the nature of just, it's harder to tech in this game. You can't like, it's harder, and it's also like harder to like down back. So like you can kind of get a general idea of how people respond to defense. Like I kind of put in like a few different like mental categories where it's just like there's the masher that'll just mash on just anything, and then you can, if you have like the answers, just like exactly, and then you can like frame trap them with like, for example, with Wagner, like there's a natural frame trap in like 2A 2C or something. There's like the down backer, and like those players are scary until you realize that you can just throw them.
Yeah.
And once you like can crack like once, like that's when you can kind of just start getting into just like, I know you're afraid of me, and I can abuse that. It's like, yeah, you get hit once, you're gonna take 4K, but I'm gonna throw you till you hit 5K, and then hit you with like maybe a grab that kills you or an overhead. And it's just like, because Wagner's like strike throw tools are so strong and reboots are so strong, it feels like a constant guess of, am I going to run up and throw you again, or am I going to run up delay 2A? Am I going to run up assault? I know, like,
you're going to charge FF.
Yeah, it's like you have to make sure that like people aren't like sleeping at the wheel, because like it's easy to just be complacent, be like, yeah, I'm just gonna down back and react with like assault. But the second that like you get like kind of, how do I describe it, like kind of complacent in your defense, is the second that like you're just gonna get cracked wide open and then just blow up. But aside from that, I don't try to like think too hard about how I run my strike throw. I mean, sometimes it can be a downside, especially against like stronger players where I feel like, yo, they're like teching everything, or like I can't open them up, and then
I get that. It's more about like habit recognition.
Right.
I mean, like
the scariest part
more
about strike throw is not the throw; it's the strike. It's the fact that like you're playing around when you think they're gonna tech or OS. Like blowing up OSs is how you play strike throw.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like I agree. Like I'd rather get like a full open up
combo,
than just get like
I think
1.2k or like
or your
more
Wagner into 3.5 throw.
If I'm a certain other character.
Yeah.
Like a Hyde or something.
Or Wagner.
Well, or a
it
Wagner.
Requires 200 meter.
Requires meter, but you know, yeah. Well,
yeah. It costs buff though. It costs buff though.
What I was more like thinking about was like, well, we're talking about like strike throw from like an offensive perspective, but like, what about like defense? Like,
right.
With what we know about strike throw, like, how can we like better improve our defensive outcomes when we're stuck in the corner and we're getting absolutely gapped by people?
Right.
Like,
no, but
this is just recognize, like, for me, and for instance, like, just recognizing I'm a stand techer, and like, you know, like, okay, I should wait.
Yeah,
if I can possibly.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
you're exactly right. It's just that like you don't have to bite, especially if it's like the first knockdown situation.
Like,
the first time they run up to you, yeah, you don't have to panic stand tech. You don't have to panic OS. You don't have to mash. You don't have to do anything because if you just react to the high-low or the cross-up or whatever the thing they're going to do, you'll be okay. You know, like eventually their turn does end or a little rebeat and you can call out the rebeat with like some button. But if you just, as soon as they run up to you, immediately input stand tech, well, the Londrakia is going to fucking backdash 5 BU and now you 3.6 or 7 or 8 and you are eating a flower okie, you know? Just take the throw. Just take the first couple of throws. It's all good.
So I did do the math for a regular throw tech. With the regular throw tech, you have about 200 milliseconds, almost exactly, like 200.4 milliseconds.
Cringe.
To be able to input a throw tech. Which is generally like about average reaction time, at least like visually for people. It is worth keeping in mind that like auditory reaction time is usually a little bit faster, and throws usually do some amount of noise attached to them. So like that could also like help with reaction. There's also like the concept of like expecting something to come makes your reaction time faster. So like yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to think about with it, but like essentially what I'm saying is like it's more about like recognizing that you have certain tendencies as like a player of Uni. Like being able to recognize that and just more playing like the mind game, like the Yomi game. Like the closer you can get to that, like I feel like the better off you are in like trying to preserve your character life. At least on defense.
Yeah, it's a process of kind of like self-reflection. I know it sounds like a bit of a meme, but
the inner game of tennis.
No, that's bait. That's bait. But it's. I feel like once you reach a certain point in Uni, you have to be okay with blocking and playing for cycle, if that makes sense.
Oh wait, look what I have.
Pretty.
You know what I'm switching to, bro?
Wait, are you switching to hitbox actually?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
That was Gabby's.
That hurts my soul.
I just saw it over and I was just like, how do I give Neil a panic attack real fast?
Don't do that. But yeah. But then it like gets into the things like risk reward and like other like just mind games that come with fighting games. And sometimes it's okay to like think about it, but other times you don't have time to overthink your options. Because the second that you're like overthinking too much is the second that you're just gonna like
you don't want to like overthink and cause yourself to freeze or anything.
Yeah.
No, This is all stuff that just like comes with like time spent playing other people and like actively thinking about it and working on it, you know?
Yeah, except friend. He doesn't teach defense.
I just learned that Russ just hit S4. My life's over.
I hate to see it.
Yeah.
Live reaction.
Yeah, he just hit S4 right now. It's over for all of us. He's actually playing this game again.
He's got to enter the next monthly. I don't care if he's on Starlink.
He'll have some fucking excuses to why he doesn't. The dude only dodges.
You said it, not me.
Strike throw. Basically, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people really just struggle with figuring out how to open up good players, and the answer is you don't need like your character's little high-low to do so. I mean, it'll work sometimes.
That's the trap I fell into starting in Uni 2. Like I was like, oh cool, high-low float mix. Like this is so like cute. And
the
then
more
like
you
people would
represent
just
your
like
high-low,
react.
yeah, the more you represent your high-low, the more prepared they're gonna be for it because they keep seeing it over and over and over again. Like if you're Londrakian, you keep doing 4C,
preemptively shield
4A,
high,
or
like,
the 4CC. They just are prepped
they
to deal with
anti-air
it.
you or they
so
DP
I'm not
you.
saying to never do it. I'm saying instead, if you just make them guess a few times with strike throw, your high-low, your cross-up, or your assault mix, or whatever, just gets so much scarier because they're seeing it less frequently. So you can still do all your funny little things that your character does. I'm just saying, make your opponent guess sometimes. You know, if you're not making them guess sometimes, they're getting too comfortable. And if they're comfortable, they're going to start mashing out at your pressure.
Yeah, keep them honest.
Play dishonest. Make them guess. Nobody wants to guess.
Wagner's a very honest character. I don't know what you're talking about.
I fucking hate that white woman.
Oh my god.
just
that one specifically, right?
Yes! So much!
What? No,
dude, I was trying
to
use that lever list before. That's crazy. I hate that thing.
Good. You know, I'm not biased, but
I'm just a stick boy. I'm a little stick boy.
Yeah, we're going on 2 hours here. The last topic I just wanted to like briefly cover on was like how to get into Uni 2. Like say you just watched Climax of Night. We don't really need to talk about the tier list. It's
okay, fine. If we're not gonna do tier list, can I do one? Can I just because I think we should ask everybody. Give me your top 10. I want to hear your top 10.
Although, let me pull
we're gonna talk about this forever though.
No. I don't want a conversation.
You know my top 10 though.
No. I want Neil's top 10. I want the guest top 10.
Hold up.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I just want to hear every guest top 10. I feel like that's so interesting. You have it written down already?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's Launch, Kwon, Hyde, Seth,
wait, is this in order?
Hilda, Chaos Gord, Enkidu, Mika. Yes.
No, this is not in order. You're lying.
No, that's the order.
All right, go again, because I was so surprised that I spoke over you, so say it again.
Launch, Kwon, Hyde, Seth, Linne, Hilda, Chaos, Gord, Enkidu, Mika.
So
now,
Wagner,
do you want my
actual Gordon top
yeah. That was a turn up one. He was just fucking around.
Okay, so Hyde won.
Wait, but yeah, okay. I was gonna say, give us the numbers and stuff. I need this shit slow so I can parse it.
Lond 2.
Okay.
Carmine 3.
Okay, normal.
Yuzu 4.
All right, boring. Yeah.
Huon 5.
Whoa, let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Spittin'.
Wagner 6.
Never mind. She should have been 5. Fuck you, bro.
Keep going. On my notes, it's between 6 and 5 because Kuan and Wagner are interchangeable in my mind for me.
I can almost kind of see it, but I don't agree. I think Wagner's 5, but keep going.
Wagner's 5 on like a good day, but Kuan, like the more that I think about Kuan, the more that I think that he's top 5. But that's just
perceived. But like
you're allowed to spit your truth, but keep going.
Nanase 7
over Eltnum. Okay.
Wait, hold up. Eltnum 8.
Whoa, Evo means nothing.
No.
Okay, keep going.
Akatsuki 9.
The Akatsuki?
Yeah.
Over Linne?
Yeah.
She has how many representatives does she have at Con top 48? It was 6? 6 Linne's in top 48 of Con.
Okay.
Alright, keep going.
Aurier 10.
Aurier!
Yeah, Aurier.
No, wow, okay. What the fuck?
I mean, I can...
leave us a comment. What do you think about it?
There's been a lot of troll for this, but
I mean, I don't know.
I want to
like overall,
look at
like it's not like crazy.
That's crazy that you think it's not crazy.
There's nothing wrong with that list.
I think there's a little bit of Wagner downplay in there, but like that's to be expected.
I said 5 or 6. I said 5 or 6.
Wait. So you don't think Seth is top 10?
No, I think I have Seth at 11.
Okay, so how low down do you think Lene is?
It's kind of crazy to me.
I have Lene at 12.
That's crazy.
I said good on paper, but feels forgotten.
I've forgotten there were 6 of her in the top 48 of Con.
Right, but nobody's having the Lene conversation. That's why I said good on paper, but forgotten.
Ori over Lene is crazy to me. But I don't know, the rest of it was pretty normal. I mean, there's like a couple of like weird placements, but like that was interesting. That was interesting.
I can see the argument because I've made the same argument for Ori over Lene.
I said for Ori, I said smart steer enders and smart steer neutral.
Well, Ori is just also like a damage monster. Like you don't really see that from Lene.
No, she hits like a fucking.
Lene is strong for different reasons.
I think Ori's damage is fraudulent, but that's just me.
What does that mean? As in, like the players are fraudulent for playing that character, or that like it's not actually that high?
Like as in like the reality of you hitting the bombos like aren't like nearly as like consistent as like people make them out to be.
Are you saying that she's hard?
No. I'm just saying that the instances in which she's like hitting you with the bombos like not nearly as consistent as like characters like Wagner.
Or like yeah. I mean, I think Wagner's better than all those characters, except Hyde. But yeah. I think Wagner's just a better version of Nanase and Aurier and Lene, etc.
Yeah, really what we're doing with this conversation is just giving our like please nerf these characters list.
Whoa, let's calm it down here. If anything, like maybe, make
it's fine.
6
It's
FF,
fine.
like,
everything's fine.
I think
like 1 frame slower.
Yeah, 1 frame faster, I was thinking. I was thinking like maybe like a 10 framer.
Maybe
kind of like 660, so you have to
guess. If we just live forever on this patch.
Maybe I shouldn't die when she spends 100. Like I mean, emotionally, not in the game.
You take 4K off of just me, just like backing pressing JTP 60.
Ice Rain did 4K. When Ice Rain did 4K, I couldn't hear the fucking end of it. But when you do 4K with some shit, I'm supposed to be okay. I'm supposed to be okay with that.
It costs meter though.
It costs meter. I can't argue with that.
I can't wait for the day that Wagner's actually do adopt the. It costs buff though. Yeah, I did a 3.5 throw, but it costs buff.
I'm a Wagner up player, and I put her in like 5th or 6th.
Yeah, I was plus off 214C. Dude, my FF killed you with your
just
DP.
To give perspective, like the most of a buff that Kuon gets in game is like he gets Vorpal and his float becomes a little faster. Like his float speed is a little faster.
Long gets nothing.
What do you mean? You get a consistent.
I have no combo throw. I don't get no armor buff. I don't get no dot. I have passive trip, but like every character gets that. It feels like.
If Kuon had combo throw, he would be a problem. This would be a legitimate problem.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to hear his top 10. That was cool. I love that. What did you want to close out on?
I just wanted to talk about like, let's say you're someone new to Undernight, like you just watched Climax or you just watched this podcast or like one of the VODs from like the Uni2BL channel or like anything. Like you haven't played the game before. But you want to get into it. You don't know where to start. I want to kind of like speak to those people because they do exist. But fighting games themselves are very intimidating for most normal people, especially when you're like watching. Well, especially when you're watching and it's like, oh man, like these like combo strings, like they look incredibly difficult. Like it looks like I'm gonna have to put in a lot of time to like get good at this game. So like, first off, like, let's say you're someone new to uni and you want to get into it. Where should you start?
Uni2BL, baby. Uni2BL.
So I'm gonna go even more basic than that.
I actually think it's like the
guess I
best.
can take it from here, I guess.
Yeah, shoot.
Just play the game. Like, just play the game. Like, there's so much cool things in the game. Just play it. Stick to it. It can be painful, yes. And there's the fear and apprehension of like people have been playing this game for years, but there is a good amount of resources. There's a community that's willing to answer your questions. Play the game. Ask any question that you have. Don't think that a question is stupid. Like, if you don't ask that question, you're not gonna like learn and then not want to like keep on that journey. It can be frustrating. Yes, there will be times where you lose, there will be times where you win. But if you are able to kind of just think about where you've started and where you can be and where you are right now and just keep sticking to it, keep grinding. It's a process, yes. It can seem like daunting because things like Vorpal, Cycle, and all this. But just play the game, press some buttons, and have fun. That's just the essence of fighting game.
That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, like if you want to start playing Undernight, like the first step is to go out and buy Undernight for whatever platform you feel like. You should get it on PC though. Just saying, and just boot up the game and like get into arcade mode or whatever. Like just play it. Like you shouldn't have to worry about like the meta or like, am I going to be good at this game, or like, oh, how much work am I going to have to put into this game? Like, we all talked about our origin stories with uni, like at the beginning of this podcast, and I feel like a lot of people start out fighting games in that exact same manner. Like they think it looks fun and they just get into it from that. Like it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. And that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about, was like saying that there's more to enjoying a game like Undernight than just like the competition. Like if I met someone and they were just like, yeah, I play Undernight, but I only play arcade mode, and I'd be like, that's dope as hell. Like you found a way to enjoy the game. And like, you know, I'm never going to fault anyone for doing that. And, you know, you never know when that's going to convert into like finally jumping the gun and saying like, hey, I'm going to engage with the broader community or like enter tournaments or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about, was like the basic stepping stones of like getting into a new fighting game. Like even for someone that's like, a lot of people that get into Undernight too, they don't necessarily like have a fighting game player background. A lot of the vocal people in the Undernight community will say like, oh, I come from like Street Fighter or Guilty Gear or Smash. I feel like there's just as many people that aren't vocal that just found the game just either like due to an algorithm or something, you know. They were like, hey, this looks cool. Like I want to try it out. Yeah, what I wanted to talk about regarding that was like, you have to take a very different mentality with fighting games, because with fighting games that a lot of stuff builds on itself, right? Like you're not just gonna like become a beast overnight at a game in a genre that you have no experience with. This getting good at a fighting games as a genre takes a lot of time and like a lot of like directed concentration and like practice,
or play
and like considerable effort.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's like being intentional with like your practice. It can be like realistic goals. It could be small goals. Just like today, I learned how to do a quarter circle, and that's like it's more than enough. It's a stepping stone.
Honestly, kind of spitting, because like I mentioned this briefly as a joke, but I used like a lever this for basically the first time today, and I genuinely just could not for the life of me diagonal jump or do like diagonal command normal. Like, I was able to do a couple of B&Bs,
This stuff
but
that
anything that
people-
involved me jumping
Yeah.
and doing an air normal, I just was like unable to do. I was
Yeah.
unable to follow them in the air. I was unable to do like 3Cs and stuff. I just like couldn't wrap my head around like the fucking middle button being down while my thumb button is up. Like, it just was difficult. I mean, it was my first time doing it. And if I was like learning this game for the first time, it'd be the same kind of experience where I just want to break it down, be like, okay, let me work on getting this thing down, and then maybe tomorrow or next week I'll learn how to do the other fucking thing I want to do. You know, it doesn't got to be a quick it really does not at all have to be quick, because people play these things for years, dude.
Yeah, it's like, take your time.
Or old.
Like, it doesn't matter how good other people are, because they're not you.
Like, they don't have prefrontal cortexes and you do.
Like, take a step back. Be like, okay, I really need to. Why am I not getting 623? Like, open up the input viewer, go into training. Uni itself, just like the base game, has like a lot of really good features, which I'm super thankful for.
Replay takeovers goated.
Replay takeovers goated.
You guys use that?
Shut the fuck up. You use it more than anyone else I know.
Sometimes.
Dude, Neil uses it more than anybody else I've played with.
UI?
Yeah.
I barely use it.
All right.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
but
about?
I was gonna say, like, tutorial mode. Man, I cringe so much when people say like they see the tutorial and they're like, I have to do all this. Like, no, you don't have to do all of it, and you don't have to do all of it in a day.
I haven't touched it.
That makes sense.
A lot of people don't even touch it. But like, if you're brand new to the fighting game genre, like, but you really want to get into Under Night, like, I'd say it's worth like taking like a good week or two, even, just to like work through the training mode. Like, don't overexert yourself and try to learn it in a day, because it's not gonna stick.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying, is like, don't overexert yourself when trying to learn something new and challenging. Like, pretty much everyone that's new to fighting, pretty much everyone that's played fighting games has been in that position where they had no experience with the genre and they had to learn from the start. So it's not like you're playing catch up and like, or like you're having to cram for an exam. Like, you can find your own enjoyment and have fun with the game, which is really just what I want to speak to. And also, you know, plenty of community resources. Again, we've been saying it pretty much the whole podcast, but Uni2BL server community is generally really good at like helping people. So like, if you're ever that person that's like, man, I can't get my 623 inputs to come out correctly, like, odds are you can get help from one of the people in there. And there's other places too, like Main Unicord. There's all sorts of like smaller like sub communities within FGCs, local communities.
Regional servers are nice.
Yeah, regionals. If you can find a local scene like through Facebook or like through Main Unicord, like, that's a great place to like. I mean, I need to look more into my local scene. I've been trying to do some research, but yeah, if you have a local scene, that's great too. I think like having like a mentor is also like really nice, because then you just have like a contact.
Ooh, that hurt.
You even said it earlier, bro. I don't have to tell you.
I said it once and I will never say it again.
It's all good. It's all good. I heard it. That's all that matters.
But like, just having someone that you can just like be able to quickly message and say like, hey, what am I doing wrong here? Or like,
literally
want to work on this.
Okay, yeah.
Watch your own VODs. Watch your own games. That's the best way to learn.
Why would I do that when I can have you do it for me?
That's also true. Or have somebody else do it. Watch it by yourself, but also sometimes watch them with somebody else. A second pair of eyes will better see your habits than you can see. Because if you don't know you have a habit, watching your own games aren't like, that's not going to teach you that you have that habit. you really need somebody else to be like, bro, why the fuck do you keep doing this dumb thing?
Because it works, bro. Trust.
No, not when you're losing.
Okay, well.
Yeah, was there anything you guys wanted to add on? Like, I forgot to change the topic for strike throw and getting into uni, but
you could always do that. Like, you'd edit that back like later. No.
Yeah. Do some magic in video editing.
Let me think if there's anything else. No, we're not doing the rolls. We're not doing Fate Grand Order.
MP5, baby. MP5, baby. I refuse to. Maybe next time. I already saw the luckiest thing of all time happen live at Climax. Ain't shit fucking happen to me.
It's recreated. But
that's you know what's so funny? I would if this was like one day later when there's a banner I want.
Of course. I'm not surprised. But
yeah, I need to get Charlie.
I guess one additional thing is
NP5 arc.
Have fun. Just have fun. Enjoy yourself. It's fun little endeavor.
Yeah, video games are supposed to be fun. A lot of times they can feel like a job, but goal is to not have them be that way.
Yeah.
I don't know, friend. Do you have fun playing uni? I think you have the most fun.
No, my hand hurts. I play and my hand fucking hurts, bro. That's just not fun. But I'm addicted. I love this game with all my fucking heart. So I still play it. I still play it even though my hand hurts. I just gotta take breaks and gotta use a fucking full tube of Voltaire and sponsor me because this shit's expensive. Arthritis gel. But bro, I just want Taco Bell. That's all I want right now.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a topic for like a future episode, like talking about like hand health and like just being healthy uni gamers in general. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
It's something I've thought about a lot since, I mean, like, you know, coming from a melee background, playing Fox and whatnot. Like, you have to think about that sort of stuff. I don't know. We've already gone on quite long.
Yeah, it's 8:30 here.
Yeah. Any particular shout outs we want to give before we like end it?
I feel like it's more so on Nil.
Oh wait, let me get the list.
All right.
No, seriously. Shout out Uni2BL. Shout out. Actually, if I shout out like, you know, I'm just gonna shout out Uni2BL. I'm impartial. I am not biased. Shout out Rush, just a spite friend.
I was ordering Taco Bell on my phone. I heard Rush's name and I gasped.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude. But, I'm seeing him on the 30th.
Shout out Crew Battles. That'll be December. That one.
December 1st.
Yeah, December 1st.
For anyone that's interested, there's a link to the server for Uni2 beginner lobbies in the description of this video. For those of you live, you probably already are in it, but yeah, just check in the description. There'll be a link. We have all of our events posted there. It's super fun. Like, honestly, we run free events constantly, and they're always hype. We run monthlies. We have 3v3 team battles coming up called squad battles. Legitimately a good place to be, whether you're like getting started or like you're like thick in the trenches of anime fighting games. Like, it's genuinely a good place to be and like very welcoming. So yeah, I think that'll do it for us today.
Yeah. Oh, be careful if you're looking for games. What?
Shoutouts to Nil.
I didn't do anything. I'm just here.
I mean, you won like fucking like 2 events in a row, dude. The only person to do that other than you is me.
Shoutouts to both of you.
Let's go.
But I did not think I was going to win the first one. But
the first? Well, you didn't win the first one. You lost the first one.
Yeah.
That's what makes it cool, is that you came from losing in your first one, but you liked the community so much you stuck around, played in the next one, won it, and then fucking defended your title, even though you got like anxiety like a little baby boy, and we're like, I should drop, I'm playing so bad. And I was like, shut up, play. And you played, and you won.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Then I can announce. No, there's nothing to announce. But
All right, fuck you.
I guess I can like help with like just if you want to go over replays. I mean, I can't like pick like every little part of your brain, but I can kind of explain a little bit of the logic as to like what is quote considered a good decision versus like not so good decision. Just
yeah, like something Saturn would do.
Game. That's crazy. But
that's like the biggest advertisement for the server is like you can just like go into Uni2BL and just like it's like when we went to Climax, like everyone is so like friendly overall. Like you could literally just be like, hey, I need help with this. And you'll get people just volunteer to help you because people are just like cool. Which is like that's yeah. I don't know. That's all I wanted to add. Any other thoughts from you guys?
I have one last thing.
Shoot.
Yeah. This is controversial.
Go for it.
I'm not carried. I'm not carried. I play Wagner. I'm not carried. I'll say it.
I think you're
I'm not carried.
I think anyone who's playing a top 10 character is a little bit carried. That's okay. No, you're good. Carried. You are good at this game. You're a little bit carried by Wagner. That's why whenever people play against Wagner, they're like, I'm gonna die. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm carried by Long, you're carried by Wagner.
That's I'm carried crazy. By Kuwan. Like, you know.
It's true.
We're all carried here.
That's just playing the fucking game. You play a good character in a fighting game, and you're a little bit carried by how good they are. You still have to be good at the game to pilot them and win.
No, I know. I'm just moving.
Like, no, I don't know.
I agree.
Like, you could play Lond and be bad, and then you just lose like Seb, right? I say as he got 9th at ECT, and I'm completely joking. Obviously, I love Seb. He's my son.
All right.
Miss you, Seb.
Yeah.
Well, I'll switch us off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join the server. Join Uni2BL.
Like, I was doing a heart.
Oh.
Doing a heart next to your camera. Wait.
That doesn't work. Other side, friend.
Well, for me, it's I'm doing it on Discord. Oh, wait.
For the stream, Nil, you have to switch sides too.
I can't.
Yeah, use your other hand, bro.
Higher. Friend, lower.
Wait, in the front.
Closer to the camera, friend. Closer.
Good
enough.
All right, cool.
Good enough.
We tried our best.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys later.
Peace the fuck out.
Yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Listen to Soul Glow. They're a great band.
Soul Glow.
Yeah.
Go listen to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know when next one will be, but you know, hey, I appreciate y'all for joining me on the podcast.
See you guys next week.
Huh?
Can't just say that.
Yeah. Just say block that. Block out 3 hours next week, though.
No. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.